Yo, boom, we're live. All right, let's see here. How do I get us on my phone screen as well? It's coming right up. Here we go. Nope, not there yet. Give me just a second, guys. Um, Here we are. Got it. So, if you don't know, I put this same broadcast on my phone so I can read the comments more easily. And if you're here, give me an acknowledgement, say hi, drop an emoji, give me some sort of acknowledgement that you're here, please. Thank you very much. Let me know who you are and that you're here. All right, Malcolm, what's up, man? That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. Let's talk all things monthly recurring membership program as a way of sharing with you my new, it's not new, it's the refinement of the same group process that I've used that you are a part of. If you're seeing this, that means you're part of my group. And if you're part of my group, the chances are extraordinarily likely that you're here because you saw an ad, and that ad convinced you to join the group. So if you've noticed, if you've been around for a while, you've noticed that the group is growing by about 20 people a day. So we've got about 20 new people a day in the group. Now, what I am not tech savvy enough to show you, unfortunately, hi, Patty, hi, Robert, is how many of those people that come into the group raise their hand for the group question that says, would you like my help to move faster in getting more clients? Why am I telling you this? Well, because every one of those is a hot lead. Now, even without having really mastered how to take advantage of those leads, and we're working on it, we have some exciting ideas. We're getting 20 leads a day, about 6 or 7 of which are hot. Because as soon as somebody opts in and gives you their email address to join your group where you promise to teach them things, that person is a lead, right? My email list is growing by 20 people a day, and we will soon turn it up, and it'll start growing by 50 a day and 100 a day and 200 a day. This is how I build my membership program, right? I don't advertise for my membership group, which is affectionately known as the Wolf Pack, outside of this group. This group is how I do it. And so I fill this group with what I consider to be actual value. I really give you things you can use here in this group. And from there, it makes sense, and it's very easy to bring people into the membership program because they already know they're going to get value. And so then they join the membership program. And inside the membership program, the value is insane. Like, it's off the charts. And it's only $67 a month. And so now I've earned your trust at one level for free. And then I've earned your trust again at another level for, a really, really low price, $67 a month. Hey, hey, Alan. And then, so when it comes time to offer things that are what you'd call an upsell, more expensive, higher level services, it becomes very, very easy. It becomes very, very easy to just, for people to say yes. And there's no manipulation. That's the beauty of it. There's no hard selling. There's none of that stuff. It's just, if you liked what you got for free, and then you liked what you got at the $67 a month level, would you like to have more sophisticated strategies, move faster, whatever the offer is? And then people say yes easily. And so by the end of this month, which ends the first quarter, I project so the end of this month, I project that my total revenue will be somewhere in the range of $50,000 having started this group. And the ad spend that I've used to get people into this group, somewhere around let's see, the first month was, so it'll be somewhere around $8,000 divided over 3 months. And so that's $8,000 to make $50,000. This is really simple math. I put $8,000 in, $50,000 comes out, basically. And so that's the power of the recurring monthly membership, right? For you as a coach and a business owner, this is the power of having a monthly membership. It does several things, and it does them very well. One is it's easy for people to say yes. So getting people to join, if you have value, is very easy. Number two, you earn people's trust. And I really am in love with this idea. If you followed me for any amount of time, you know how I feel about this idea of earning trust. And so you earn people's trust rather than having to sort of persuade and manipulate and play like copywriting chess and get people in checkmates with your sales and all that stuff. I don't like that stuff. And if you know me again for any amount of time, you know that that's not the way I want to sign people up and work with people. I don't want to come into a working relationship with you after having just sort of like cornered you into buying whatever it is I'm selling. I want to do it a different way. And so with the monthly membership, you get recurring revenue. So the money that I spend on ads each month is more than covered by the revenue from the membership. It's as if I'm not spending any of my own money on ads. So that means that every dollar that I earn above and beyond the cost of ads is pure profit. Does that make sense? We tracking that? I hope so, because this is important stuff. And I know many of you would really benefit from a membership. I know many of you, it would be a really powerful tool for you. So that's kind of the way that a membership can help you. You know, I have had about 100 people sign up to work with me, primarily in membership level for, hi, Diana, over the last 2.5 months. So about 100 people in about 2.5 months. Then you've got some fun things to deal with, like this thing called churn. Churn is interesting. It's how do you make the experience so good that the least amount of people possible sort of fall away. And that's something that we're working on. But so churn is a real issue. And I say that to you because I want to be very clear with you that I don't currently have 100 active members, but I've had 100 people sign up, and some of them, of course, churned out is what it's called. Hey, Robert. Hey, Brendan. And so again, all of this is to set a stage for you. And hopefully you've considered or are now considering the possibility of starting to grow your coaching business or your service business or whatever through a membership community. Because the power, I have to just be honest with you, it's really legitimately been a game-changing experience for me. Not in the hyperbolic way like it was a game changer. What happened? Well, not much really. Not in that way. Like it was really a game changer. It really has been a game changer. And some of the things that we're seeing inside the membership community, again, called the Wolfpack, that I didn't even anticipate are some of the best things. I'm seeing people spontaneously coming together and forming friendships and supporting each other and all this different stuff. Yeah, true, Alan. All these different things that are the byproduct of having built a really nice, tight-knit community that are going to be sort of in the long run, probably the most valuable things for me and for for my students, even above and beyond the training. So there's just so many ways that a membership community allows you to do a high level of service, allows you to have, more consistent income, all these things. So if I stay on this track that I'm on now, in another 2.5 months, I should have about 250 people minus the churn, maybe even 300. There's going to hit a point where when we figure out a couple of things in the flow, in the funnel flow, things are going to start moving a lot faster, right? And so within 6 months, I hope to have 500 people. Now, 500 people at $67 a month. Oh, and by the way, the price doesn't stay at $67 a month. It's going up. So my point being, you can see how powerful it is. For those that are willing to stay focused on their job and do the work, it's such a powerful thing. So what have I learned? What have I learned from building this thing to the first 100 people? Well, I learned, I think the biggest thing I learned is actually kind of funny, which is it's work and you have to treat it like work. I know that sounds so silly, but we live, as Brendan or Alan just said, we live in a microwave society with everything, everything's instant. Nothing's instant. Alan is right. Everybody thinks that everything is instant and supposed to be instant. In reality, no worthwhile results are ever instant. They're instant after, 10 years of setup or a year of setup or whatever it is. But it's very important. And doing this, building this membership has really shown me, reminded me that that this idea of quick wealth, especially peddled in the internet marketing space, it's absurd. So you need to be the kind of person who's willing to play the long game in your business. This would be something I couldn't possibly stress enough. If it was the only thing I ever talked about, I still wouldn't be stressing it enough. If you want to create the kind of success that you see other people having and you wish to emulate, you've got to be ready and committed to playing a long game. Okay? Paula, that's okay. First 7 minutes were good, but you can still catch the gist. So you've got to be willing to play the long game, guys. In fact, let's stop here. And if you understand this, if this makes sense to you, then please send up specifically blue thumbs up emojis. If this makes sense to you, the value and the importance, the crucial life or death relevance of playing the long game in building your business, then send up only blue thumbs up emojis. I'm going to be watching here. Good. So seeing lots of blue thumbs up emojis. Alan, you're right. If you want what they want, you got to do what they've done. So guys, again, if you understand that this stuff doesn't happen super quick and easy and free, it's work no matter what, then send up some emojis, blue thumbs ups. So let's see, Alan, Allison, Robert, Diana, let's see, Patty, let's see some of those emojis, guys. Malcolm. Okay, well, Robert, I see that you're acknowledging anyway, even though you don't know where the blue one is. That's okay. That's all right. But I mean, I can't stress this enough. If I could do you one favor as the guy that you've agreed to let teach you, I would say, understand this. You've heard me say it before. Marketing is a journey. It's a process. Building your business is the same way. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make money for, before 6 months or something. You can start making money right away. But to really build it into something powerful is just going to take time. And let's just accept that. Let's just embrace that, because that's what's real. And having that mindset is going to help you succeed. So that was the first thing that I have been really reminded of in building this membership community and this free community as well. It takes time. It takes time. It's not some super fast thing. Now, that having been said, month one of a brand new experiment, which is this free group, and then leading into my paid services, month one still wound up being, I think, $14,000. So month one, I spent about $2,500 on ads and made about $15,000. So understand that it's not that you don't make money right away. It's that you don't have like a really robust business right away. There's a difference. Understand? Makes sense? You guys tracking that? You tracking that? Okay, good. So the next thing you need to know about building a membership community is this is going to sound so obvious. You can't just do it willy-nilly. You got to have a game plan and you got to stick to it, right? You got to stick to it. Alan says month 1 sowing seeds for future months. That's it, man. Alan, you're, by the way, a tremendous example of that. You have been consistently working incrementally toward being the love engineer for years. And I'm loving watching you show up actually being this now. You wrote a book. Like you're one of the few guys I've seen who told me a long time ago what you were going to do and are doing it. So good on you, my friend. Slowly but surely, right? So we need a perspective shift when it comes to building a business. We need to first get out of our mind the idea that there's such thing as like fast, easy internet money. There is such thing as internet money, but not fast, easy internet money. You're trading the kind of work you maybe did in the past for a different kind of work. So let's get back to what you need in order to build a monthly membership. You need an audience of people. Would you agree? You need to have a lot of people you can talk to, because a small percentage of those people will say yes to your membership service. And so you've got to figure out a way to have an audience. And one of the things I've learned is that a captive audience, so to speak, is far better. So many of you know that I teach content boosting, and there's power to that without question. But what I want to say to you now is that content boosting is good, but building a group, a Facebook group, is far better. So far, this free Facebook group has been the most powerful business tool that I have found. And without it, I never would have built my membership community. I never would have had 100 people come through, and about, I think 70 or so are in there now, in such a short time. It never would have happened. And so good is boosting content. Great is a Facebook group, but with a strategy behind it. Does that make sense? You've got to have a strategy behind your Facebook group. I've got about 12 old Facebook groups that are dead on the side of the road somewhere. Why? Because I didn't have a strategy for any of them. I did them the way everybody said. You know, you open a group, you invite your friends, and then you do all this organic posting and you lead people back to your profile. And in the profile, it says, join my group. The problem is everybody's doing that. Every other person on the planet trying to grow a group is doing that, right? You've seen it. How many profiles have you seen of people where on a profile, it's like, click here to join my group? Well, sure. What I found was that having a small ad budget, not a big one, a small one, was one of the tickets. It was one of the game-changing tickets to grow the group. And now you've seen my group is growing again by about 20 people a day. And remember earlier, I told you, those are all leads. But more importantly, about a third of those people are saying, yes, please get in touch with me and talk to me. Those are hot leads, right? And so that's what you need. You need a strategy for how to have a conversation with a lot of people. I've found that the group has been the best strategy. The group that I'm growing through a set ad revenue every month. Yeah. And the third thing that you need in order to have a good membership group is you really have to have a plan. like what's going to happen in your membership group. Before I ever decided to go for the membership, I took everything that I know and I said, okay, this 70% I'm going to teach in the low price membership group. This other 30% I'm going to use for upsells because it's higher level stuff. But this main foundational stuff I'm going to teach as a membership service. And so I broke it down into modules. And I did all this work ahead of time, so I was ready. So when the first 20 people came into the Wolf Pack, I was ready for them. I had something for them. Right? So you've got to have that. You cannot start a membership group and think that you're just going to wing it as you go. That would be a huge mistake. So you want preparation ahead of time. Just like with the ad strategy for the free group, right? Your free group won't work without a strategy, nor will your membership group work without a strategy. And I would also add that in order to keep people highly engaged, just as my group is, you're going to want to give way, way more value than the price would suggest. I think that's been a key so far to the success that I've had, is I've given way more value than you'd ever think you'd get for $69, $67 a month. I basically took my signature coaching program, which is $5,000, and broke it out into modules that I teach live on twice weekly calls. So do you see what I mean when I say I give way more value than you'd ever expect for that price? That's what I'm talking about. Since then, I've added access to my membership site. I've added access to a resource library. So it just gets more and more valuable. Okay. So what have we talked about so far? We've talked about changing your mindset, which seems to be something I'm always talking about, because I'm realizing more and more as I do this work, how many people allow their mindset to stop them. I've talked about having a strategy for a free group, right? That was the game changer for me. And then having a strategy for the membership group. So I've got a system that brings new people in daily. I've got a system for earning those people's trust for free. And then I've got a system for selling them into my membership program where I just blow their expectations out of the water. And as a result, I've had people step into more expensive products and services ranging from $1,500 to $7,000, right? For various levels of coaching and training and stuff like that. And so what I want to impress upon you now is, like, you can do this. This is something you can do. And in fact, for today and the next 6 days, mostly all you're going to hear me talking about is like, I want you to be able to have this. I want you to hire me to help you with it, because the system that I've created is working for me, and it's working for everyone who has this group growth system, right? Using a group to grow your membership or your coaching program. Everyone who's bought the training and put it into action is having great results with it. Like, really stellar results. You may have seen a post I did recently where I said that Dave Stevens and Carson Nugent, they're getting new leads into their Facebook groups through my training for like under $1 in some cases. I don't know if you realize that, but like my group here, the one that you're in, still cost me $6 or $7 to get a person in the door. These guys are taking the same thing I taught them, and I don't know what kind of voodoo they're putting on it, but they're getting new people in their groups. Dave Stevens 20 minutes ago said 79 cents a person today. That's insane. You cannot even grow an email list for 79 cents a name. And yet Dave's doing it. Malene Avery and Anna Pollock, they took what they learned in the in my group training, my group funnel training. By the way, my group funnel training finally has a name, and that is called the Clients from Groups Method. So that's what I'll call it. Okay. It's called the Clients from Groups Method. That's the product. That's the training. They have booked out their what do you call it? Their clinic. They have a physical clinic, and they've used the Clients from Groups training to book out their clinic. They have another business that they've been growing rapidly through this training. And Malene has been invited on podcasts and connected with influencers, all from doing what I told her to do, all from this training. Patty Smith Actually, Patty isn't even in the high level one. And she showed up the other day and said, I'm sorry I've been absent, but it's because I've been booked solid by doing what you taught me. So what I want you to understand is I'm not the only one having success with this. My clients, your colleagues, people in this group, your peers are having success with this too, right? This works. This works. And so what I'd like to do now is I'd like to invite you, if you'd like to know more, there's no obligation, but if you'd like to know more about the program, the Clients from Groups method, then I want you to tag me in the comments here. Tag me in the comments here and just say, Manny, tell me more. Okay, that's all you have to do. Just say, Manny, tell me more in the comments if you'd like to have a conversation about it. And it's just what's called a qualifying conversation. You will never, and everyone who's ever bought anything from me will tell you this, you'll never get a hard sell from me. I'll never sort of push you into anything. But if I feel that I can help you, I will definitely make you an offer. But it's very low key, so you don't have to feel like you're going to get hard sold. I never do that. But if you'd like to see if you can take the Clients from Groups methodology, the one that I use and the one that my clients are using and having wild results with, then just put Manny, tell me more in the chat. Tag me and put Manny, tell me more in the chat, and we'll talk. And it'll be me talking to you. It'll be very low key. It'll be very in person. And in fact, I have a personal challenge to myself. I want to help a minimum of 5 people have $20,000 months from my program. I want to give you $20,000 months. So if that sounds good to you and you're ready to put in work, because remember what I said early on in this broadcast, one of the first things I learned is you have to put the work in. I mean, you just have to. So if that sounds like something you're anxious to do and you'd like to have not only $20,000 months as a coach, but a clear like path to growth beyond that, then I want you to put Manny, tell me more in the chat, and I'll reach out and we'll get in the conversation. And again, it'll be very low key. You know, there's no pressure here. I don't even want you if it doesn't fit. If it's not an obvious, like, yeah, I think I can help you type of situation, I don't want you. But really put yourself there for a second and really imagine what it would be like to have an additional $20,000 a month. That's $240,000 a year. That's almost $250,000 a year and a clear path to growth. Really think about that. I got to tell you, it has just been a game changer. I know what it feels like to be broke, right? I mean, poverty broke. And I now know what it feels like to not have to worry about money. And I got to tell you, it's worth sitting down and really imagining because it is just incredible. And I want that for you. If you're the right person and the time is right for you, I'm not going to force it down your throat. But if you really can see yourself putting in the work and having the guidance and having the strategies and the tools to have $20,000 months and better, then just, you know what to do. Get in touch with me. Tag me in the comments and put Manny, tell me more, and we'll have a talk. Okay? It's all you got to do. And I'm committed for whoever signs up. I'm going to do everything I can to help you have $20,000 months right away. Get in touch. Let's do this. Let's get going, okay? Raise your hand. Get in touch. Take action. Just imagine having $20,000 months and then $30,000 months. It feels good. I'm not going to lie to you. It feels good. All right, guys, that's it for today. Reach out. Take the initiative. If you want to talk, make sure you get in touch with me. So easy to find me. You can just tag me in the chat, tag me in the group, whatever, and let's make this happen. Okay, thank you.